Welcome back to Strathroy Rockets Hockey Live on myFM. End of the opening period, the Rockets lead London by a score of 2-1. Indian intermission now, and joined here in our press box area by Rockets head scout Deryl Gough. Give me your synopsis on that opening 20.
Well, I think we worked hard, and I think that the Rockets definitely won that period, and the referees put their whistles away, and I love it.
What part do you love? The fact that the referees put their whistles away? Is that something that should happen in the playoffs all the time?
If it's a blatant penalty, then it should be called, but just calling penalties for the sake of calling them sometimes is frustrating.
We were talking before we came back on air about the Dewart goal, and that was just a straight product of outmanning your opponent deep in the zone, doing the cycle. But the fact that that line's been playing together all year, and they just know where each other's going to be. Absolutely.
And if the one don't take over the play, the other ones will. And they back each other up 100%, and they just cycle, and pretty soon it's going to go in.
Deryl, you've watched almost every postseason game this year. You've been with the organization for quite a few years. Have you seen a Rockets club in recent memory be able to step it up a level in the postseason like these guys have this year?
This is, well, they're all good teams. You love them all. But this team, to me, is very special. They're all young, and they come to play every night, every shift, and they're just a joy to be around.
Give me your thoughts on the postseason it's been thus far.
Thus far, no one expected us to be where we are, and we're proving them wrong. We took out 1 and 2, and hopefully we can do the same with 3.
If you can compare the first half of the season to the second half of the regular season to the playoffs, is there one thing, two things, as far as the play on the ice, maybe the way the boys are together off the ice, that has gradually progressed throughout the season?
They always all got along. They're a very good group of young men. There's no clickiness. There's no, rookies sit over here and veterans over here. There never was that on this team. And they've just, every game, they've got a little bit better. They've listened to Howie. They've dialed into his way he wants things done, and it's working for everybody.
The comment about the rookies, except, of course, when we're on a bus ride home on the road trip and the rookies are made to sing up in front of everybody else.
Well, that's just a lot of fun.
You mentioned about Howie, of course, that's head coach Dale Timmermans. Your thought on his coaching style and his effect on this hockey club?
Well, the kids have dialed right into what Howie wants. It took a while. He's totally different than coaches from before. He has a different way of handling things. He likes things loose. He likes it to be a lot of fun. But when it's time to put your game face on, it's time to put it on.
You are the head scout of the Strathroy Rockets. During the playoffs, during the Rockets playoffs, do you still scout other levels of hockey clubs, other players, always moving forward and looking at the big picture?
Absolutely. Almost as soon as a young man is his team is out for the season, we invite those young men to the arena to see the room, to meet the guys, to watch the game, of course, and we bring mom and dad and Gibby and Nick. They go over everything with them and explain what the team will do for their son, and we go from there.
Sitting with Rockets head scout Deryl Gough. Before I let you go, one final question. What do you love most about your job, other than spending time with me here?
Well, I don't mind that either, Chris. I guess it's to see the young fellas, go on with their careers and grow up and get married and have their own families, and it's just a joy when you walk into a rink and you figure you don't know anybody, and somebody hollers, "Hi, Gopher, how you doing?"
Always a pleasure to sit down and talk hockey with you. Thank you very much for this.
You're very welcome, Chris.
Rockets head scout Deryl Gough. When we come back, our period summary and our out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey live on myFM.